In the 69 News Traffic Center.
All right, Rick, thanks. Well, we are talking tech for business with small business owner and columnist Gene Marks today. He says he's changing the way he does his accounting, the way he presents his products, and a whole lot more. And he says your company may soon be following suit. He joins me now to share his thoughts on what kinds of technology he thinks will be taking over the business world in the near future. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I had fun reading your articles on Forbes.com. A lot of tech talk lately.
Of tech stuff, yeah.
Yeah, some big changes. Let's kind of highlight some of the topics you've been talking about. And I hear you're learning a lot from Google these days, and you have to explain everything from education to breastfeeding.
Yeah, I know.
Talk to me
that
here.
was the title of one of my pieces was about what Google cares about breastfeeding. But they've actually introduced a really interesting product that I think is very beneficial to a lot of small business owners, particularly people that might be on their own, that do coaches, that they're personalized services. It's called Google Helpouts is what it is. So Eve, all it is this, right? You know how like you and I might have like a video chat, you know, through like typical whatever. What Google Helpouts does is just that. It's a video chat. However, in advance, you can schedule your video chat whenever you want, and then Google gives you the ability to take money for your video chat. So let's assume that you're a psychologist. Let's assume that you coach on breastfeeding, and that's the joke that I made earlier. You know, let's assume that you do any kind of support or personal type of services for your customers, and you might have customers all around the world. You could say, hey, look, I set up a schedule. You can book a time with me at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Come, we'll chat together, and oh, by the way, I'm going to charge $75 for that hour. You swipe a credit card or you use Google Wallet. They take 20%, you keep the other 80%, but it's a pretty neat way to make some money and provide service.
Yeah, and get your message out. That's great. Something else from Google is influencing how you present the products that your company sells. You say no more webinars for you,
well, it's Google Hangouts on air, and I'm warning you, it could put Channel 69 out of business.
Oh no, we don't want this.
Be careful.
Oh no.
It's a broadcasting station, a free broadcasting station for anybody who wants. So if you are a business owner and you go to Google Hangouts on air, set up a page for yourself, and cough up a few $100, buy a nice webcam, nothing as fancy as all of this stuff, of course, and broadcast your own show. So once a week, you can do an interview with a customer, or interview somebody that's in your company, or do some training, or do some show some safety exercises, or a tour of your plant, whatever you can come up with. Make some kid in your company a star, have them host a 20-minute show, and the minute that you're finished with that Google Hangouts on air, it saves to your YouTube channel, so you can build up a whole resource of all that kind of content, which is really good stuff. So watch out, Eve.
I know.
Taking over the broadcast.
Gene Marks channel. I got to look out for that.
All 4 people will watch it.
No, that's not true. How about the accounting changes? What's changing in the accounting world?
Well, in the world of accounting, first of all, well, sure. So, I mean, the leader in small business accounting is Quickbooks, which is a fantastic application. Most of my clients use it. It's excellent. But the world is going to be changing for a lot of Quickbooks users. And Intuit, the guys that are running, they make Quickbooks, they're kind of leading the charge. I mean, Eve, right now, 5-6 years from now, if you're using Quickbooks in your office, you are most likely going to be using it online. Everybody is going to the cloud.
The cloud is really influencing.
So prepare yourself for that. So, Intuit has a product called Quickbooks Online, which will take you there. But in addition to that, there are some competitors to Quickbooks that are really giving them a run for their money. So, Xero Accounting, it's Xero. Intact is another one. FreshBooks, NetSuite. These are really interesting companies, and I think if you're a Quickbooks user and you're happy, good for you. But if you're going to be moving to the cloud, a lot of my clients, I think, are going to be looking at some of the alternatives and seeing what makes best for them. That's a good exercise to go through.
Okay, and speaking of online and the cloud, I know there's a lot of talk over what laptops are best. It's the Surface versus the iPad is the big debate,
right? Well, it's not it's not a laptop. It's a tablet.
A tablet, sorry. See, I can't even keep up with all the technology.
You gotta get these terminology correct.
There's so much to keep up with.
There really is. So, there's the iPad, which is awesome. Okay, I mean, we all love the iPad. Microsoft has got their competitor called the Surface, which is also awesome as well. The Surface, you disconnect from the keyboard, so it can be a tablet, it can be a laptop. Maybe you've seen the commercials, people dancing around on tables of every nationality and culture, yelling about the Surface. But what's really nice about it is the Microsoft Surface is a Microsoft product, so it's got all the Microsoft stuff built into it, like Office. It connects in a Microsoft environment. It's very, very good. So even though Microsoft, their CEO, has said, hey, we're going to be writing software and applications across all devices. This is a Microsoft-specific device. It's called the Surface, and it's been growing significantly in sales. So if you're in the business world and you're in a Microsoft world, maybe the iPad doesn't do it all for you. The Surface is a better alternative.
Lots of cutting-edge
going on in
things
tech.
coming on.
That's right.
Okay, folks can read more about it, all your great articles, Forbes.com. We'll also link them on our website, WFMZ.com. Gene, thanks so much.
Thanks, Eve.
Tablet, not laptop.
Tablet.
And stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back.
Univest Bank and Trust brings you the Univest Quote of the Day. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows. Ralph Marston. Univest Bank and Trust. Banking, insurance, investments.